Hey everyone, how's it going? What's good? We're gonna do a duo, a twofer today, chat. We're gonna shiny hunt Yamper again. I'm returning to this old hunt. See if I can finally get it shiny. And then we're gonna play some Pokemon Blue in a little bit, so we got a 2-for-1. I cannot find any music that I like right now. Come on, give me something decent. Okay, that works. Alright. I thought I had a more dedicated Boltund, but this one will work. What do I even have in here? I don't know. You got a Burmy form from a tree? It's Burmy time. Damn it! I keep taking captures with this controller. That's not what I mean to do. I don't know if you even have a nature I care about, do you? Docile. I could have sworn I had a dedicated Boltund for this, but I can't find him. Yeah, this is a shiny. I don't need Boltund shiny, I just need Yamper. Maybe shiny parent will mean shiny child. Right? All right. We'll just toss him in. That's fine.
The twisted dimensions have been restored.
Welcome back.
Trick Room has truly...
Silver 317.
Oh, hey!
Jump we did
Thanks, Salty Eye Cream, for the 65 months. We did that. We did that. Here, you can have... You can have a whole... barrage of emotes. Have a look at my wares. Oh, the character limit is so annoying. There we go. Perfect. Alright, lady, I have a dog. Can you watch my dog? Oh, I had Lopunny in here. That's right, for Easter. Yeah, tomorrow is Metagross, I believe. So we'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a little shiny hunting and then some Pokemon Blue. If you weren't here for the end of stream yesterday, OBS just kind of crashed on me. So that was a real bummer. And I still don't know which trainer I'm missing, so... I guess we'll have to figure that one out eventually. Alright. Let's shiny hunt a dog. What's up, everybody? Nay. Are you successfully defeating all the Spriggans and Ogres, Tyler? I want to say Yamper's a 5K-er. Let me look it up. Oh no, it's actually quite, it's shorter. It's 2,560 steps. This is such a bad shiny. He kind of just turns into a hot dog. He looks like an uncooked hot dog in his shiny. I mean, Bolton shiny is not much better either. I mean, I don't... These are not really Pokemon I particularly care for, but I gotta get them shiny, so... They gotta be on the list, at some point. By the 9. I need to charge my phone. Might as well. I'll check my Wonder Picks real quick. Has anybody gotten the Rayquaza card yet? From Pocket? 50 battles is so much, man. I can't. I mean, I will, probably. But... I always do auto battle and then I forget that the battle was going on and then I look at my phone and I'm like, oh yeah. Right. Yeah, my Wonder Picks have been so bad for like 2 weeks now. Decided to no longer work. I have to enable better TTV all the time. Re-enable it. I think it's like your Twitch certificate expires. I don't know what it is. There we go. We're hatching hot dogs now. One month until Mario Kart. I'll be curious to see what type of review scores it gets. Nine across the board, that's your big prediction? I'll be excited for people to actually start receiving the Switch 2 and for benchmarks to come out. We can see how beefy it really is. When are we getting another PLZA trailer, chat? I'm greedy. I want another trailer. Yamper does look nice with the yellow. What's up, Zarok? Never. There will never be another trailer. Skyrail, very good stage. could do so many fun tricks off the railings with Shadow. To recertify? Yeah, I don't know. Because I have Better TTV always show me like deleted messages, and sometimes it just resets, and I'm not quite sure why. So I have to go back into the widget and turn it back on again. And sometimes it does that for showing emotes too. It's bizarre. I would like a mint. It's mint time, chat. This is gonna guarantee a shiny. Mint it up. Watermelons is good. These are the Zellies. I guess that's how you pronounce this. Zellies. Spearmint. These are dental mints. They taste better than they sound. Alright, at least Yamper doesn't take a long time to hatch. Yeah, nothing sounds more appealing if you put the word dental in it. Jelly beans are a mid candy. If you get a bag of like one good jelly bean flavor, they're good, but if it's just like a random assortment, there's a lot of bad ones in there. Man, the Sonic Rush soundtrack is so good. What's the worst Halloween candy? Anything with licorice. Suckers and jujubes. It's too bad Sega's never given a shit about any of the handheld Sonic games to re-release them, like Sonic Advance or Rush. It's a real shame. Jujubes. The Yamper Build-A-Bear, yeah. I'm not a big Yamper fan. But since it's Build-A-Bear, I'm sure they did a good job. Speaking of plushies, chat, the Gen 7 Sitting Cuties hit the Japanese Pokemon Center tonight. And, they sold out of my boy Delmise. I mean, the Delmise Sitting Cutie looks great. But I was a little bit sad about that. I don't know who else sold out, but Delmise sold out. At least some people have good taste out there. The good Smarties. I don't know, maybe Sega refuses to port things like Sonic Advance series because there's chow mechanics. They don't know what to do with the chow mechanics. Which is lame. Maybe if they didn't abandon chow for like 2 decades, this wouldn't have been such a problem. Tim Tams? Never had them. YouTube Music just alerted me. New sound release for you. Sega Sound Team. Virtua Fighter 30th Anniversary soundtrack. At least YouTube Music knows I like... They know I like my Sega music. The Pokemon Home has issues loading. Pokemon Home's loading is excruciating. It's such poorly built software that they charge you too much money for. Your Go account hasn't been able to connect to Home for weeks now. Great software, guys. Good job. Pokemon Home kind of has the same type of UI. Not UI, but like visual aesthetics. Pocket kind of has it too. There's something about Game Freak like software. I mean, you can see part of this in Scarlet Violet too. They just like that like blank elevator music aesthetic. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just very clean cut, modern looking, and boring. It's like a modern McDonald's versus an old McDonald's. It's just very light, pleasant music. Nothing you're ever gonna want to download or listen to. They all have that same sterile color palette. There's no colors. Yeah, corporate safe music. It's just funny how colorful Pokemon as a brand you think it would be, and then half the stuff they crank out is just devoid of life. Ukuleles whistling and snapping fingers. Oh my god, the Planet Coaster has that type of music and it's awful. That's more like YouTube royalty-free music, you know, like la 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 la. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Come on, Yamper. Again, we're gonna shiny hunt for a little bit tonight, and then I'm gonna swap over to Pokemon Blue. Pokemon Blue made me very sad last night, so I need to redeem myself. Pokemon Blue went terrible, and then OBS crashed. That was the saddest end to a stream of all time. Oh, I saw the lobster. That's funny. Yeah, Pokemon Blue made me feel blue. And if I was playing red, I could have said it made me feel red in the face. I mean, like, come on. What is the one trainer I'm missing? I've thought about it on and off ever since last night. And I've not come up with a conclusive place to look. I might just have to backtrack through the entire ass game. What if it's somebody like Bug Trainer in Viridian Forest? I'm gonna cry. You got him back? Nice. To make Yamper, we need undercooked hot dog, shiny Yamper. I will play through Gen 8 again at some point. But I think I'd rather buy Sword. I'm not buying it new. I'll just buy it used. But I don't really want to. But it'll happen at some point. I'll just pick up a cheap copy somewhere. Which starter would I pick? You know, I have thought about that. I already picked Sobble, so I guess I gotta take one of the other two. Maybe I'd let chat vote on that. You guys can vote between whether I take the Monk or the Bun. Score, Bunny! Because it really doesn't matter to me. Who would I want to use on my team that I haven't used? Ditch it. You would say that, Taylor. You would say that. Maybe using Corviknight would be fun. I've not used Corviknight before. I'd have to think about that. Self-harm warning. I'm surprised you last through the Thwacky stage. Going after Nidoran? Nice. Yes, the Chow Garden music is so good. I'd love to, you know what would be really fun? To do a randomizer of Sword and Shield, but I'd need to homebrew my Switch before I do that. Because we could end up getting some really wacky team members and spawns. I don't know, Sega's complete refusal to do anything with the Chow for the past 2 decades is truly baffling to me. Ooh, you got an S Chow? That's nice. Chow and Pokemon share a lot in common. Due to they have stats, they have like IVs to some extent. You have to train them up. Honestly, it surprises me that they, you know, more games don't include like a little pet raising mechanic, because that's clearly very, 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 very popular. YouTube wouldn't show you. Have you ever Googled something and it brings up like the suicide hotline? You're like, wait, what? No. I forget what I looked up the other day, but it brought that up and I was like, no, Google, no. Sonic Team is too stuck up to include it again. I could believe that. I mean, if you look at the way Sonic has been made and marketed for the longest time, it's like, yeah, I don't think anybody over there really knows what the hell they're doing. A gorilla with a giant bat. That would have been funny if they just gave Rillaboom a ginormous bat. Most boring starter? Fun fact, the Chow Gardens in the Dreamcast and the GameCube version are different. So I had a friend as a kid who had the Dreamcast version. And I like gaslit myself into thinking I just kind of made up the Dreamcast version. I thought I had like false memories. Got Lunala and Ensign, nice. Don't penalize Embor for being the third firefighting. I don't know, can I give you an answer like Hisui Samurott? Who is essentially just a recolor? To me, that's super boring. Yeah, the Dreamcast had a lot of interesting, funny little quirks. Interesting little console. Gonna go to the Chow Kindergarten. I'm a shiny hunter, though. Yeah, there's a lot of lame shinies, too. Some shinies are particularly more interesting than others. Not every shiny is a winner. Like the one I'm shiny hunting right now. Pretty boring, TBH. I can think of 5 other dog Pokemon off the top of my head that have, better shinies. Growlithe, Arcanine, Poochyena, Mightyena. Bum, bum, bum. Dashbun. Send our Chow off to college. We have to pay for the Chow college fund. Pay for Tem to go to school. I stand by that too, Galaxy. I stand by that. $30,000 rings a year. I still remember the locations of most of the rare animals in SA2. The phoenix, the dragon, the little fish guy, the skeleton dog. I love the skeleton dog. That was my favorite. The Chow stuff made all those levels, it made the game so much more replayable. That type of game mechanic, it makes so much replayability. Again, just wild that they've never really returned to that in any way, shape, or form. And then Sonic Advance had jewel-toned Chow eggs, which was always really cool. So you could make some really neat combinations of Chows. You could selective breed designer Chow. The worst animal features, I hated the gorilla as a kid. I still don't like the gorilla for Chow. That's the worst one. Yeah, two-tone Chow. You think Rilla? I feel like you could make an argument for any of the Gen 8 starters. Good night, Zarok. Have a good one. The transparent one. One of my crowning achievements as a child was getting all 3 Chaos Chow. I would just leave my GameCube on. I remember looking up Chow guides online, and I had my little strategy guide. My GameCube got left on a lot between unlocking characters in Melee and, and making Chow. Yeah, my best Chow is the Chaos Devil Chow. That was always my best Chow. Wish I could remember his name right now. Score Bunny has a Wikipedia page. He edits it himself. Hydrosity. Tango, that's cute. Dedicated Wikipedia pages. Pikachu. Eevee, Mewtwo, Gengar, Lucario. Those are some guesses. Every evolution, probably. Doot 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 doot. Memory card got stolen. Aw, rip. What's up, Poke Guy? Porygon. No. I did grab a few sitting cuties, though. I got Blacephalon. You know I had to pick up Blacephalon. I got Charge-a-Bug. Finally, my very own Bug Bus. I got a Alolan... Did I already say Alolan Muck? I got a Alolan Muck. I think that's it? I can't remember if I got another one. I briefly thought... I like Marini a lot, chat. That Pokemon's cute. I have a fondness for Marini. Toxapex. I like Toxapex too, but I think I like Marini the most. Also, I had to wait in like a 15-minute line just to get into the website. I hate this era of waiting in virtual lines for websites. It's so evil. I heard the black and white set went up on the Pokemon Center today. Yeah, it is like a Disney simulator. It's like, you guys can't just... Ugh, it's so frustrating. I'm not a scalper. I'm just trying to get a charger bug, you know? There's been no end in sight for the scalping with Pokemon cards, which is sad. Especially since that black and white set is a special set, I think. So it's not even going to be sold in like packs. What's up, Nator? Should have been Fire Electric. They also re-released all of the Gen 7 Pokedex charms, so I picked up quite a few charms. They're so cheap. I think they're 198 yen. That is so cheap. You know, that makes me, what you said, Galaxy, remembering the days of Poplio. Hey, I remember that too. I saw, Tyler and I were talking about a tweet today, and I thought it'd be funny to get your take on it, chat. This person claims that the hatred of black and white when it came out was revisionist history. They didn't believe it. They don't believe it. They don't believe people hated black and white back then. Yeah, I think they were like 21 or 22. It's like, maybe you just were like too young. Because I definitely remember like, wow, they're making a Pokemon out of ice cream? They're so out of ideas. But yeah, now we have people claiming that the hatred of black and white when it came out is not real. I didn't see it, therefore it doesn't exist. Scary how many people think like that. Just because I didn't see it, that clearly means it didn't happen. What's up, Rescue Squad? Okay, gaslighting. I mean, to this day, people use that, you know, say things like, oh, Trubbish. They made a Pokemon out of trash. People still say that to this day. Nobody cared about the firefighting starters. Says somebody who is like 16 years old. Not a huge... I don't know how you could be a Pokemon fan and not like Gen 5 to some extent. Unless you've never played it. Those are some of the best, most well-crafted Pokemon games we have ever received. And a massive improvement over Sinnoh. When Black and White 2 first came out, I remember having a little bit of disinterest in it because I didn't really like fusion with Kyurem White and Black. I ended up playing it anyway, of course, but when they first started revealing stuff for Black and White 2, I was like, ooh, I don't know if I like this. The last real villains. What is this? Oh, this is, Rumble Blast. Nice song. A nice, pleasant song. Which gen has been overlooked the most? I don't know. That's a good question. Hello. I feel like Kalos definitely was not overlooked, though. People loved Mega Evolution. I mean, overlooked from who? Fans? Game Freak? Overlooked by Game Freak, maybe. Considering they didn't get a third game, yeah. Suffers from a weak... Kalos suffers from a lot more than that. I don't know, I will say, I think a lot of younger Pokemon fans, Zoomers and Gen Alpha, I think they will overlook, like, the first 3 generations of Pokemon, because they didn't grow up with it, and they don't like how much Millennials and elder Zoomers praise them. Yamper has a very yellow nose. Wow, this is like Sonic music, the experience tonight. I do have this playlist on shuffle. Exactly, Justin, exactly. I mean, honestly, a lot of the problems with that are just Game Freak not re-releasing old games. You know, if you want to go out and buy Gen 5 for your console, your whatever, your DS, you know, I hope you have a lot of credit. Hope you have a nice chunk of change. We're losing the ancient text, Chad. The scrolls, they're vanishing to time. I mean, yes, they emulate, most of those games emulate perfectly fine, but a lot of people are not willing to do that. If things aren't easily hand-fed to them, they're not gonna do it. Losing ownership of games too, yes. The next console generation, chat, be prepared for a big push for digital only. I mean, it's already happening. It's gonna happen even more. Ugly? I feel like Diamond and Pearl and Platinum look fine. Like, they run like sludge because of the slow-ass engine they used. But visually, I feel like they look fine. I wouldn't call any Pokemon game until the Switch era ugly. Like, I feel like Gen 5 to this day looks great. The way the pixel art in Gen 5 is just gorgeous. They did a great job. Some of the most detailed locations, nice sprite work. This is Mustard's theme, by the way. What a forgettable character. I don't know if I even really love this song. I might have just added this when Isle of Armor came out just for new music. The song is kind of whatever. Let's listen to Clara. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Oh, are you a huge Mustard fan, Cacturn? Do you really love Mustard? Is he your favorite character? That's actually my... Hop off my goat. That's what everybody always says on Twitter. Hop off my goat. What's interesting about Gen 5 is that they actually wanted it to go longer. They wanted Gen 5 to potentially go into the 3DS, hence the Hilda model in early beta versions of X and Y. I think all my Game Boy Advance games have dry batteries. I'd have to double check my copy of Ruby. But my poor little cracked Sapphire cartridge definitely doesn't have its battery working anymore. Sad. With Legends Arceus? Many. I'm still not quite sure. PLA is such a strange game. I'm still not quite sure where I would even rank it. It has a lot to like and a lot to dislike. I don't know, it's so different from your standard Pokemon game. I almost can't even like conceptualize them in the same universe. It's in its own little tier list, off from all the other mainline Pokemon games. It's definitely not an opinion I hold anymore. Also, I still stand by how much I detested that massive Outbreak update that they did. Yeah, I gave it 10,000 stars and said it was the greatest game I ever played. That definitely happened, yeah. Yeah, I guess for berries. Hey, boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo. Did you finish that quest, Tyler? E.T. the Extraterrestrial 10. Angry Video Game Nerd would have hated me for that. You did, it was cool. Did she reward you properly? Oh, you're doing Azura? By Azura. The Daedric quests are so cool in both Oblivion and Skyrim. See, again, if we're going big Greece, chat, that would be a fun idea for a Pokemon game. Like, each of the Greek god Pokemon present you with a unique challenge or quest that you have to do. I really hope there's more quests and side content in Gen 10 than there is in any Pokemon game on the Switch. Yeah, you know, I don't like E.T. I think he's kind of gross. I've never seen E.T. I wonder how many, if we are in fact doing Grease for Gen 10, I wonder how many, if it's going to be a legendary pack Gen then. Kind of like Gen 7 with having all the legendaries and then all the Ultra Beasts. What? Real gods? Who's talking about real gods? We're talking about, like, Pokemon Zeus. Zeus is probably gonna be like a giant duck or something. I don't know. It'll be a dragon. I wonder if it'll be a gen with a lot of new like a black and white size Pokedex, or like a Gen 6 size Pokedex. Yeah, the boomers have all joined in. They need to scalp Charizard too now. Zeus does assume the form of a goose in a story, yes. I believe to sexually assault someone. Jesus. Classic Zeus activities. But yeah, that's why I said a goose. I really want them to do Egyptian gods. The Egyptian gods are so much cooler than all the Greek gods. Fight me. Like, think about the sun god Ra as a Pokemon. Makes a very cool Yu-Gi-Oh monster. I can only imagine how cool a Pokemon sun god could be. What the dog doing? Not being shiny. Anubis? I feel like Lucario is pretty much Anubis. Howdy. Nordics in 5Ds. Yeah, that was like the 5Ds equivalent of the Egyptian gods, which those are cool monsters, but not as cool as Slifer, Obelisk, and Ra. Slifer, the executive producer. Some Egyptian god names. Let's see. Ra is the sun god. Osiris, which is Slifer's Japanese name, I believe is the god of the afterlife. There's Isis. She's goddess of motherhood, I want to say. Immortality. From the hit movie, The Mummy. Where's my Brendan Fraser Pokemon? Set is the god of chaos, I think. Yeah, Sebek. Sebek is a classic. Love Sebek. I believe Sebek is the Egyptian god of semen. Make that into a Pokemon. Come on, Game Freak. Let's see what you can do. Horus. Let's see, who else? Oh, he's a crocodile too, which is cool. Horus is the god of kingship, sky, and protection, depicted as a falcon or a man with a falcon head. Yeah, Horus is quite neat. Yes, Set or Seth, goddess of chaos, storms, the desert, and foreign lands. Often portrayed as a figure of disorder. See, that's so cool. There's, oh geez, how do I, Sekhmet? warrior goddess of destruction and healing, often depicted as a lion-headed woman. That's just cool. Oh, the sacred beast. I saw that they're making they're starting to make sacred beasts. They're making a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX merchandise lately. The sacred beasts are neat. Nephthys, yeah. There's tons. And they're all super interesting. I mean, Imhotep is a architect. Eventually defied as a healer god. Yeah, I bet a lot of games... I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Drew so much from Egyptian history. I'm sure tons of games have references to Egyptian gods and culture. Yeah, they did make the egg sandwich from GX into a card. The Egg Witch. I mean, they always made it look good as hell in GX, so I get it. Nefertem, goddess of the lotus blossom, from which the sun god rose at the beginning of time. Nefertimon. There's a Egyptian goddess whose name is just Nut. Sky goddess. All hail Nut. Yeah. Oh, there's a Tefnut too. A lioness goddess of moisture. Imagine you're the goddess of moisture. I mean, you know, humidity is important. I respect that. But there's, yeah, there's so much they could draw inspo from. Shu, embodiment of wind and air. We have tornadoes. They have a whole page for minor gods. Just like the little guys. Minor is in like smaller role, not children. Dua, a god. The Jifa, god of abundance. There's a falcon god. Cool. Depicted as a heron. Egyptian god called Nut? There is. Here, chat. There's my official source. I'm citing my sources. Also, ad warning. Ads are coming up. But I'll probably get up and take a break so nobody will miss any shiny dogs. Yeah, it's been quite a bit since we've had cover legendaries that are birds. Yeah, it's probably said in a more graceful way than nut. Nut. The great and powerful nut. A frog goddess said to protect women in childbirth. We stand a queen. Frog. A frog queen. A froggy queen. Alright, ads are playing, chat, so I'll be right back. Okay, speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh! What is this, Alexis's theme? Oh, yeah, speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh! And then Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. It's Alexis. 2 monkey cover legendaries? Yeah, because that's, they're just gonna continue to add 5,000 primate Pokemon every gen. It will never stop. It will never stop. Alright, how many dogs have I hatched so far? Okay, we're on box 3. So I've hatched a little bit over 60. And reminder, I will swap to Pokemon Blue in a little bit. And I'm probably gonna just catch Pokemon, so that's gonna be comfy and not stressful. Because I want to get that Pokedex completion achievement. 2 more dragons would be so boring. It would just be so dull, which naturally means they'll do it. I want 2 different cover legendaries, like a Solgaleo and a Lunala, you know, a lion and a bat. Not dog, dog, dragon, dragon. I still am gonna predict maybe 2 humanoid Pokemon for cover legendaries for Gen 10. It'd be fun to have 1 humanoid, 1 beast. That'd be a fun, you could have the one for the game of men and the game of beasts. Yeah, deer and bird. You've heard of bird and bear, now get ready for... Yeah, vulture, that's... feels right. Evital being a vulture. Because Evital is supposed to be death, and what do vultures do? They eat carcasses. A monkey dragon? I mean, that sounds like it could be either really cool or absolutely terrifying. I'm not sure which one. Of Tandemouse and men. Yeah, a bug dragon would be sick. Maybe I would be okay with more dragons if they were like super insecty. I feel like Zarude already is a scary Pokemon. Have you seen how fast that thing is in Synchro? That is a terrifying Pokemon. Imagine him running up on ya. I don't think 100 men could beat a single Zarude. Why do you kind of sound like a little duck, Yamper? You kind of sound like a little squeaky duck. You're a little dog. You're a little dog. Zarude's proportion. Yeah, it has very long limbs. It has very, very long limbs. I cannot believe they released 2 grass monkeys in one generation. Like, it's so redundant of Rillaboom and Grookey and Thwackey. Like, does Pecharunt have anything in common with Quaquaval or Skeledirge or Meowscarada? No, thank God. Zapapico. Sudowoodo. Hey, I love that. They turned Sudowoodo into the Great Deku Tree. You forgot Zarude existed? Valid. When do you think we'll ever get a shot at it, Shiny? I feel like Zeraora and Zarude share like the same occupied space. They're both bipedal, beastie, mythical Pokemon. Yeah, it gives Zarude a pre-evolution. It's like a cute little golden lion tamarin. I love those. They're so cute. Give it a really long tail. Come on, Yamper. Why are you not shiny? Yeah, Grass Dark is very, like, whatever typing. I don't know, I almost wish it was just pure dark, because at least then it wouldn't have the grass crossover with Rilla line. What types are we missing for mythicals? What have they not made a mythical of yet with a type? I feel like we have about 500,000 psychics. Yeah, not counting Plate Arceus, chat, or Genesect. or Genesect downloads. Genesect is bug, chat. I mean, Genesect does count in the fact that it is bug steel, but I'm saying its drives don't count. Fire Fairy, pseudo, or mythical? Yeah, Genesect, when Gen 5 was around, Genesect had a lot of fanfare and it got its own movie, and ever since then it's... I feel like Victini is just taken over as like the #1 mythical from Gen 5. Yeah, what could they do for an ice mythical? That sounds neat. Although I do immediately picture Frostlass for some reason. They should make Castform a mythical. Just go back in and retro. Just pretend it's been a mythical this whole time. Yeah, I can't think of the last time I've seen Genesect in anything, or really even seen people bring it up. Well, shiny though. Yeah, Meltan, Magearna. Yeah, shiny Genesect is one of the few shiny Pokemon that actually got some decent merchandise, because again, it was in a movie, and they will absolutely market anime/movie Pokemon. You thought Castform was mythical? Hey, I could see it. I'm joking, but I could see it. Castform definitely fits the little guy type mythical. Yeah, I think Dead by Daylight is literally gonna reveal FNAF this week. That's gonna be so funny. Yeah, you know, Carbink. I retweeted the cutest. One of the only reasons I even go on Twitter anymore is because I see so many charming Japanese accounts that take their little Pokemon plushies out and about, and it's just so charming. And I retweeted a picture of somebody's 2 Carbinks in a basket, and they both had bows on them. 2 Binks in a bag! 2 Binks in a bag! There's one I follow that always has like Cacnea in their garden. It's just, I love those. Those are so fun. Yeah, I don't think they revealed if it's gonna be like Springtrap or Freddy or whoever, but I think they're revealing it like at the end of this week. They announced it a long time ago, and they're finally gonna reveal it at the end of this week. I need to shiny hunt Castform, chat. I'm missing quite a few Gen 3 Pokemon. I gotta pick up Castform. Also need Kecleon. It's like that area with Fortree to Lily Cove. I need so many of those Pokemon shiny. They need to put them in a new game. I need the boys to return in a game that's not BDSP. Ooh, speaking of Gen 3. I'm cranking this banger up. Ooh, that drop is so good. This is one of the best Pokemon songs ever. Alright, you ready? Well, I 100% know who that is. Actually, I think it's his Mega. That sounded like it had reverb on it. I think that was his Mega. So there's your hint, Chad. It's a Pokemon with a Mega Evolution. Yes, Blastoise. Big man! Which, speaking of big man, I'll probably give this a little while longer and then we're going to swap over to Pokemon Blue. I hope we have a return to a nice villain team in Gen 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Gen 10 chat. I can't talk today. No friendship. They're just bullied kids. No whatever Team Yell it was. No Chairman Rose. I want villains. I want a fun villain team. Yeah, it's gonna be Grandma's Depression. The greatest villain of them all. Yeah, another evil CEO. See, I already think that's what we're getting for PLZA. Every game now has to have some big mega corporation that we have to deal with. We have to go work for the Devon Corp Quasartico blah 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 blahs. Yeah, either that or there is no villain in PLZA. Like, maybe something at Quasar, like, goes wrong and it's nobody's fault, but then you have to go in and solve the problem because you're the protagonist. You're the main character, so it's gotta be your problem. I don't know. It's probably gonna be like they somehow moved the evil world-ending laser from Geosenge into their new headquarters, and somebody's gonna activate it or something. A bit. That's the worst. Oh, I hate the big misunderstanding trope. Hate that one. It was all just a misunderstanding. When a character like overhears somebody talking and they're not understanding the full context of the conversation, and then they get all upset and walk away. Yeah, Team Skull was great. I love Team Skull. Big fan. And then it's like they've tried to recreate that with the past several gens, and it just has not worked. Team Skull's great. It's because Guzma and Plumeria are such fun characters. What's up, Score Bunny? Villainous Pokemon. That would be interesting. They could have a evil villainous organization and then it's actually being run by a Pokemon. Everybody's being manipulated. Although I feel like Pokemon often relies on like twist villains, or I mean, not that it's ever really a big twist. Like, was it really surprising when Chairman Rose turned out to be the one to bring back Eternatus? No. Was it really a surprise when Lucamine or Lysander were evil? No. Lysander is the most obvious, evilest looking guy you could ever see. Evil Pokemon that's terrorizing the region? That sounds boring, though. Like, just an evil monster with what? Why? I'm killing the humans because they were mean to Pokemon. That would be what they would end up doing, and that sounds super boring. We're defeating the humans because they're attacking nature. Yeah, the real villain was man all along. Yeah, I mean, I guess the way Archie and Maxie try to manipulate Kyogre and Groudon, and it blows up in their faces, that's kind of similar to what we're discussing right now. Adult is see, you're just describing Pal World. Which is territory I doubt Game Freak ever wants to go near. If you want to play a game where you can catch monsters and humans, try out Pal World. Yeah, and Mewtwo hurts people because you know its upbringing. You know it's a product of science, evil science. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, when Mewtwo blew up that island in the first movie, all those people are dead. There's no way those people are alive. Mewtwo definitely has a body count. And we succeeded! Explodes. I know. Mewtwo, like, killing Giovanni would have been, awesome, but honestly, you know why they didn't do that. A Cerberus Mon? Maybe Gen 10! Oh hey, speaking of Team Skull. I mean, not only were Team Skull just written better, but I also like their aesthetics a lot more. Like the pink and the blue-haired grunts, their overall, the way they dress. Like the guy character in Team Yell is just one of Pokemon's ugliest characters. I don't ever want to see that guy again. Homunculus, the Pokemon trainer guy. I never asked to be born. Dear Diary, mood apathetic. Bit inbred. Oh no! We finally know what's wrong with Spike Myth. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like this it has both of their like the bandanas they wear, the tank tops, the necklaces. Like Team Skull just is great. Also, Guzma and Plumeria really... Yeah, like, what does Team Yell? Who's their leader? Marnie? Pierce? What do those two have to be complaining about? They have great lives. They're both successful trainers. One is a gym leader. They ain't in the streets struggling like Guzma and Plumeria are. Although maybe Pierce suffers with going to sing a song and then no words come out, so you just hear his feet squeaking on the floor. That is the funniest Pokemon cutscene of all time. Every time I think about it, it makes me laugh. Just an insane, and like how did this happen? How did so many people look at it, okay it, and that's it? Felt like it was just a decoy. Yeah, you don't say. Cherry Rose is the real villain, but he and Team Yell have about the same amount of good writing, which is to say, none. And then we have Team Star. They also exist, I suppose. Yeah, I hope so, Galaxy. I hope we get more Pecharunt story mythicals and not just go to GameStop and get your distribution for mythical blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean, Team Rocket's just a classic. They want money and power. Understandable. They're not some secretly, like, you know, sometimes simple is fine. They don't have any annoying, like, you know, they just kind of want money and power. I mean, Giovanni is interesting. I do legitimately think Giovanni is an interesting character with his family. But most people in Team Rocket are just evil for the love of the game, and I respect that. They don't try to sell you any sob stories. They just like stealing Pokemon and being in Team Rocket. only half-decent team. Not a fan of Plasma. I mean, I do agree. Most Pokemon teams are big nothing burgers. Like, I like some of the designs of the admins in Galactic, but that's about as nice as things I could say about Team Galactic. Cyrus is the start of their weird, flowery, confusing writing that they love doing. I first played through Pokemon White in Japanese. I imported it because that was before Pokemon games came out globally at the same time. And so going back and playing through Pokemon... I can't remember if I played Black or White first after playing through White in Japanese. But Getsis is very goofy. I think a lot of people overplay how serious and scary Getsis is. Because half the time he gives his little speech and then he's like, and also, by the way, I'm really evil. Like, thanks for clarifying, game. I'm just a dumb baby who can't understand anything. Thanks for really hammering that home. Also, his music is obviously evil. Yeah, N is the more interesting character. Getsis is just a super evil guy. Which is fine, you know. Again, most Pokemon teams are very, you know, kiddie pool level. They're very shallow. I think Getsis is the most interesting when he overlaps with N's character, manipulating N for his own gain. What's up, Derek? Getsis. That's like a Marvel movie. Well, the villain has a point, so let's show him blowing up an orphanage of blind children with puppies, just to drive home that they're evil and you shouldn't want them to win. Professor Sycamore does yuck it up with Lysander. It makes Sycamore come across like a real dumbass. How obviously evil Lysander is, and then Sycamore's like, I can't believe my bestie would do this. I had no idea. My bestie betrayed me. Yeah. Surprised they didn't have Sycamore say that. God, X and Y's writing is just insane. Insanity from start to finish. Yeah, Sycamore has to go grab his ukulele. Maybe that's why we haven't seen him in PLZA. He's off making his apology video. I feel like Cyrus is on the other side of the same coin as Lysander is. They both have very weird, kind of nonsensical goals. The admins in Galactic are all cooler than Cyrus himself is. I mean, Cyrus does have a kick-ass theme, though. I'll give him that. Great theme. My favorite Colress moment was when he just randomly shows up in Sun and Moon, and it's like, dog, what are you doing here? He shows up, says something kind of cryptic, and then walks away. Yeah, alright, man. Alright, Chorus. Actually don't remember exactly what- I know he says, like, very few lines to you and then walks away, though. That's funny. It's like, oh, okay. I'm kind of glad the past few gens of Pokemon haven't had as many obnoxious cameo characters. Because, like, it was funny to see Chorus, but it's also like, why would your character, Sun and Moon character, give a shit about who this is? Why would they care? It's just fun for you to, like, Leo point at the screen and... And then they had Grimm's. Sun and Moon had a ton of cameo characters. Looker, Annabelle, Grimsley. It's like, hey, you remember these characters, right, Pokemon fans? I really hope it's just Emma and PLZA and I don't have to see Looker. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Ew, oh, no. I hope everybody's ready for Zero Sick to come back. I'm not. This is Ska-Cha-Cha from Sonic Rush, an all-time classic. God, when Zero Six shows up, I'm probably gonna get a jump scare. He's gonna be so ugly and terrifying, I'm gonna jump out of my seat in fear. They're probably gonna yassify him. He's not gonna be in his Team Flare outfit anymore. He's gonna be, like, wearing a sophisticated suit or something like that. They're gonna yassify Zero Sick. Which is the Team Flare admin that is involved in Emma's story, by the way. I guess I should point that out. Because I definitely can't blame anybody for forgetting who that character even is. He's the fat bald one with the James Somerton haircut. Yeah, the first Mario and Sonic Olympic game was goated. Zinzolin, everyone's favorite character. The real Pokemon goats out there can name, you know you're dealing with a true high caliber Pokemon fan if they can name off all the sages. such iconic characters as Zinzolin. Gen 8 was originally... Yeah, the camera in the beta versions of Gen 8 were much better. Obviously, it caused some sort of game-breaking glitch or something happened in the final stages of development and they took it out right before the finished product. I remember Zinzolin because of his big puffer coat. He's got the giant coat. That's literally the only way I remember him, because he's got the big coat. That's his... his most defining character feature, his large coat. I feel like the sages would have been more memorable if they were involved in the story more. Like, if you actually saw Getsis, like, confiding in them, or... I feel like it's always just, like, Getsis' show and everybody... featuring everybody else. Also, there didn't need to be that many. There didn't need to be that many sages. They could have cut that number down a little bit, I think. It would have been neat for Unova if they had, like, an evil cowboy team. The aesthetics of Plasma have always just, like, you know, you guys know we didn't have knights here, right? That's a European thing. It's all Western shit anyway, who cares, I guess, they said. Yeah, and just kind of shows up at the end. And I feel like his reveal should have been way cooler. A colonial bad guy team would have been funny, too. Like, they're all dressed like George Washington. I don't know, it's kind of sad that, you know, again, I watched a video the other day about all the cities that, you know, Gen 2 is based off of, and there's so many direct one-to-one details that they've transferred over. And I feel like every game that's not in Japan just does not have that amount of care and detail, and that's a shame. Like, obviously they're Japanese devs, but still. Yamper is not... Man, this dog just betrays every time. Never shiny Yamper, they call him. They call him Never Shiny Yamper. I've shiny hunted this Pokemon like 5 times at this point. Also, I was gonna swap to blue, but I don't know if I feel like doing that anymore. I think we'll just stick to Yamper. Do Metagross tomorrow. Reminder, the Metagross Terra Raid is live tomorrow. We'll see how tough Metagross is compared to Sally and T-Tar. And then we'll probably play some more Pokemon Blue this weekend, and then maybe a Dynamax, same as last week, I think. Makes you think of Coliseum. Metagross looks great in Coliseum. I mean, Metagross looks great most of the time in any game. He's a beautiful Pokemon. The majestic Metagross. Oh, the final bosses, yeah. Nascor and, why do I want to call him Egad? That's definitely not his name. The mayor. Pokemon's greatest twist villain, Evice, yeah. One of the hardest boss battles in any Pokemon game ever, by the way. That final Coliseum battle in Coliseum is no joke. If you've never played Coliseum and you want a good challenge, look no further. Yeah, we have Unova and Alola. And I guess, isn't Gale or Coliseum partially, like, Arizona? We got New York, we got Hawaii, and Arizona. They need to do Pokemon Texas and then have Pokemon Bucky's. Have Watchog as the, Pokemon in place of Bucky. Yeah, Alaska would be cool. Yeah, Greevil. Little on the nose with that name there. Greevil. Greed and evil. Alright, guys. I like his sons, though. His red and blue sons. I'd love to see ice types more incorporated in beginning of the game. They're always like end game. It'd be interesting to have them do something different with ice Pokemon. Give me Shoal Cave with Snow-Run again. And Spiel. The goats. Mirror Bee. Both Mirror Bee versions are so good. Both the Coliseum and Gale of Darkness one. You know, Tierno had a dancing theme, and yet Ludicolo is in the game, and he doesn't have a Ludicolo. What were they thinking? Immersion ruined. 0 out of 10. Man, forget California. Come to the East Coast and do, like, the harbor and Ocean... Make Pokemon Ocean City. Let's go. California gets enough shit every day as it is. YouTube has a knack for replaying the same songs over and over again. That's kind of weird. Let's listen to Sandhill. Tails' best level in SA1. Imagine if Pokemon did, like, Oregon, Seattle. Yeah, somebody should explain to Masuda what Florida Man is. We should tell Masuda what Florida Man is and have him put it in the next game. Oregon Trail Pokemon game, that would go hard. The Oregon Trail is just one of those endlessly replayable fun games. Your Pikachu has died of dysentery. You know, you can still see wagon tracks from the Oregon Trail in the US to this day. Pretty cool. Also, people usually think of, like, poor people making the trek for the Oregon Trail, but you had to have a lot of money and supplies to make the trip. Your Charizard was crushed by a bison stampede. A Bouffalant stampede. The two most American Pokemon in Gen 5 are definitely Braviary and Bouffalant. Maybe Mandibuzz too. It's so sad. I can't believe they didn't make a burger Pokemon. That would have been so funny. Hungry Burger, but Pokemon. Ooh, it's a great song. Man, Mania has so many absolute bangers. Also, speaking of baseball, chat, did you know that Casey and her love for the the baseball team in the anime is based off of the Tigers? Hashin Tigers. Big popular baseball team in Japan. Japanese baseball games look fun as hell. I'd love to go to one. I like the Hiroshima Carp. Pokemon has done a few collabs with the Hiroshima Carp before for Magikarp and Gyarados. Also, I think they have a mascot that's like a sister or brother to the Philly Fanatic, and that's funny. Whoops, I just replaced an egg for an egg. An egg for an egg. What type would a baseball mon be? Flying? Ground? Maybe they have like a home run versus a How could you or they have a bat and a ball or something like that. You gotta strike and you gotta hit. Yeah, maybe normal type. Yeah, it could kind of be like Palafin. Except, better. Baseball Batmon. I feel like if they make a baseball Batmon, they'd have to have a wielder. Not to bring back Palafin for a second, but you'd have to have like a hero form Palafin to wield that. Damn it, Yamper. Can you be shiny? How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, dog? It's always funny to me that they introduced Aegislash, who's awesome, who rules. They introduced it in X and Y and not Sword and Shield. It's like Solrock and Lunatone not being in Sun and Moon. I mean, Aegislash is in the game. It's in Sword and Shield, but... surprised they resisted the temptation to give it a Gigantamax or something like that. They turned Aegislash into the bat. I mean, that'd be cool. I'd love to see them do something cool with Aegislash. Very neat Pokemon. That's one of those Pokemon I don't ever hear people usually ever having a problem with. It's one of the very rare Pokemon that most people seem to universally enjoy. Also, ad warning. Ads are coming up. Probably the last ads of the night. I mean, I like... Shiny Aegislash is very cool, but honestly, the regular version is also neat. I love the colors they used for it. Watching the Castlevania show? Nice. Yeah, I don't ever see much negativity about Shandy either. I mean, Chandelure is also very cool. They're both purple. They both got purple. Is Yamper's big fluffy collar almost looks like it has a bib. Has a giant bib. I definitely feel like Chandelure is they make a lot of merch. Chandelure is one of Gen 5's most popular Pokemon, without a doubt. They always make a lot of merchandise for it. Good night, Rescue Squad. Have a good one. Let's see who... Scrafty. I feel like Scrafty is quite popular. They need to make merch of my 2 real Gen 5 goats, Sock and Throw. Okay, but seriously, Gothitelle and Reuniclus. More Reuniclus merchandise, please. I feel like Gothitelle being very useful in competitive makes more people remember Gothitelle over Uniclus. Because Gothitelle is so good in like Parish Song, Trick Room teams. Yeah, I feel like the most popular Gen 5 starter is Oshawott. I mean, Oshawott's very cute. I really like Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn's one of my favorite Gen 5 Mons. I like that he's part grass. Just interesting typing. It's amazing how far unique typing can propel a Pokemon. And how boring typing can drag down a Pokemon. Was it hated when it was revealed? I don't remember any hatred. Oshawott was the one that had that silhouette that people drew the acorn monster. That was back during the era of Koro reveals where they would reveal the silhouette before the Pokemon. And that's where somebody drew that infamous grass acorn Pokemon. Yeah, I have used Ferrothorn competitively before. It's very annoying. Which is why I like when it's on my side. Yes, they were all bad. Oh, that's such a bygone era. They just don't do it like that anymore. Koro there's no way they're not all sad that Game Freak doesn't give them reveals anymore. The last one we got was Zarude. Digivolves into a Houndstone. I heard that too. Wow, that's crazy. It's gotta be true. Oh yeah, Gengar is one of the most... what's the word I want to say? Normie. It is the normiest of normie Pokemon. If you ask a casual millennial man what their favorite Pokemon is, if it's not Charizard, it's gonna be Gengar. Did I ever have a Chow not reincarnate? I want to say yes, but I can't exactly remember. Yeah, it's very sad. Chow dying is very sad. When you kill Chow in the machine too, it's very sad. It plays the saddest music in the world. This is a nice song. It's Lily's theme. if they're a millennial guy, they like Charizard and Gengar, and if they're a millennial woman, then they like the Eevees or Eeveelutions. My favorite Pokemon is Sylveon. Wow, groundbreaking. I mean, like whoever you like, chat, I'm just saying, as somebody who has been around Pokemon a long time, you notice patterns after a while. A drowning mod for the Chow Garden. That's unhinged. Man, I'm wanting to play Chow. I want to boot up SA2 right now. Get some Chow going. I think Penny liking all the Eeveelutions is very funny, though. Very on the nose. And then her room is full of, like, Funko Pops. Lol. S-Chow speed. I watch somebody do 180 emblem runs of Sonic Adventure 2 all the time. It's a fun speed run. As you can imagine, a good chunk of it is Chow stuff. Good night, Galaxy. Have a good one. Chat, I'm talking mostly about casuals, not you listening to me play Pokemon right now. I'm talking about the normies, not the hardcores. The type of person where if you showed them a picture of, I don't know, Cryogonal, would they know who that is? This is Sonic vs. Shadow right now, and I'm hatching Yamper. This is the least fitting music of all time. How loving her dad is. Which is funny because we just met Peony in Crown Tundra. It's like, oh yeah, I actually know who your dad is. I know him. It's very funny that Penny is related to Chairman Rose. I think that's my favorite fact about her. I like her theme, too. Her song. But that's... Penny being related to Chairman Rose is just one of those things that makes me chuckle when I think about it. Is Yamper an SV? It's not. Gen 9 introduced about 5,000 dogs, so I guess they thought they had plenty of dogs already. They weren't gonna bring Yamper over. I mean, it is kind of surprising. Like, they marketed Yamper very, very much. Wooloo and Dubwool, too. And then they just kind of, didn't show up for Gen 9. Lacey and Clay. Can you believe Clay has multiple relatives? We know of, we have a somewhat more clear family lineage line for Clay than most other Pokemon characters. Who would have thought? Not me. Who would have thought? I mean, if Yamper wasn't Scarlet Violet, that would be a far easier hunt. That's true. They didn't bring Blipbug over either. Now that I'm... Hold on a second. Oh, they only really brought over Corviknight. Blippi didn't make the cut either. I gotta shiny hunt Blipbug again at some point to get Dottler. I don't have Dottler. I wonder how do they determine what Pokemon to bring over to a new gen? Like, they're always gonna bring, you know, all the popular ones. Gengar, Evolutions, Lucario, Gardevoir, etc. But who decides, like, yeah, you know what, guys? Bring a Cryogonal over. Well, I guess it will technically get Furfrou when PLZA comes out. Which, that is going to be one of my first shiny hunts. That's going to be one of my very first shiny hunts whenever PLZA comes out. Again, we still don't have a release date for it. Probably October, but it'd be nice to get an actual release date. I mean, PLZA will also be Switch 1. It's not Switch 2 exclusive. Yeah, Blipbug's a funny little guy. I like Blipbug. I originally didn't really think much of it. I actually think I like Blipbug more than I like Orbeetle. I think I might like Dottler more than Orbeetle too. There's nothing that will turn me against a Pokemon more than when it's already an existing... They do an animal that's already an existing Pokemon. It's like, why did we need Orbeetle when Ledian exists? There's about 1 billion insects in the world, and you guys are going for another ladybug-esque looking beetle. Like, there's a lot of spider Pokemon, but at least they're all different. Like, Galvantula doesn't really have much in common other than it's a spider with Ariados or Araquanid. I miss Tailo and Swellow. Again, I'm not counting BDSP. I always have to specify that because somebody's gonna be like, oh, well, I don't care. I want to shiny hunt Swellow in Tailo in a game that is not BDSP. I feel like I haven't seen Swellow and Tailo in 500 years. Pidgeot doesn't get a lot of games either, which is kind of funny. No Pidgeot. I mean, Aggron's in this game. They put my boys Aggron and Exploud in this game. I don't think I will ever shiny hunt from Ultra Wormholes ever. They might as well not exist to me. What's the worst Mon? Enamorous. On Pheasant? Salazzle. Every time someone says Bruxish over something like Arrokuda, 500 fish in the ocean die instantly. All things considering, I don't hate very many Pokemon. A lot of Pokemon I find boring, which I think is the greatest sin of them all. But there's not a lot of Pokemon I genuinely don't like. Hypno is cool as hell. What, can't have a Pokemon that's a little bit creepy? That's kind of the point. Does every Pokemon have to be friendly and loving? How many dogs have I hatched tonight? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're on this 6th box of Yampers, chat. That's too many dogs. Too many dogs. I've probably hatched close to 1,000 Yampers at this point. We'll hatch a few more and then I'm gonna call it. And we'll be back tomorrow with Metagross. I hope Metagross isn't brutally difficult. Low battery? Come on, controller, we can finish this out. Yeah, Salamence was not that difficult. Definitely easier than Tyranitar. So we'll see if Metagross ends up being more difficult than his fellow Gen 3 pseudo. What's up, Midnight? Yamper is just the ultimate betrayer. Alright, chat, if you had 6 shots, we got 1 egg in the PC to get a shiny Yamper. A raw hot dog. Shiny Yamper. I should have made you a Dash Hound Yamper. Oh, how many How many more times do I have to shiny hunt you, Yamper, before you're finally pink? Alright, chat, 3 more. Maybe I can bring Groudon into Metagross's raid tomorrow. We can take old Gordon. It's Gordon time. Two more dogs
Here,
left
it's a
to
present
hatch.
for you.
Hey, Clown, thanks for gifting this sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. The booper of gifting. Come on, Yamper! No. No! I don't want to shiny at this Pokemon anymore. If you had one shot, one dog to rule them all. Here we go. Shiny dog. Shiny dog. Shiny? No. You have soiled it on this day, Yamper. Well, chat, it's always fun to do a Masuda hunt every now and then, even if I'm not successful. I really don't mind doing it. It's fun to listen to cool music and chat with chat, so, you know, all things considered, it alright. It alright. Yeah, tomorrow, the Metagross raid. We'll see how that goes. Maybe it'll be not as brutal. But yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for the gifted sub, the resub, and the follows. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Shout out to the YouTube viewers, the VOD watchers. And yeah, we'll be back for Metagross tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Good night. Fare thee well. Bye.